Howdy folks, welcome back to another video. Today is something I want to touch on because I have done a couple of check-ins with clients over the last couple of days, and I'm very open about what it takes to get into shape. Okay, now we work rather exclusively with South Asian women. That's just what we do. And I've been doing this for the last 12 and a half years. Loved every minute of it. And the reason for that is because what it takes to get into shape, it's a lot different compared to a male or someone who is perhaps a student or someone who's got a lot of time on their hands. And I love that because it allows me to be able to open up these women's worlds when it comes to health and fitness. And when we see the change, and they start to have positive outcomes, it just makes me feel awesome. Obviously, we get paid to do this. I'm not going to deny that, obviously. But at the end of the day, how we make an impact is the most important thing for me. But there's a couple of truths that I like to share with clients and with you guys as well from time to time. And that is, when it comes to getting in shape, you're not going to be able to determine how long it takes to lose the body fat. I say this exclusively that with our program, you have your 90-day initial program and then you can continue on from there. We will get you results. But what we can promise you is how much weight you can lose. And this is something I need you to understand because a lot of people are trying to chase the 8 kilogram and 10 kilogram loss in 90 days, which unfortunately you can never be promised. Okay, the biggest thing you need to bear in mind is if you are a bigger individual, a heavier individual, if you've got more weight on you, if you haven't exercised in a long time, you will probably see more weight loss to begin with in the first couple of weeks and months potentially. But if you've been on the hamster wheel of weight loss, if you've been doing this before, if you've done this before, if you've lost a bunch of weight, you've gained it, you've tried this diet, you've tried that diet, you're not particularly overweight, you're going to have to accept that's going to take a lot longer. All right, that's just a fact. And that's why when we get clients who are completely new to this and perhaps maybe over 80 kilograms, they will see bigger drops compared to, let's say, if I have an individual who's maybe 60 or 70 kg or the late 70s, and she isn't really overweight. She's done this before. Her body's going to hold on to more stubborn fat. And because of that, it's going to mean the process is going to take a lot longer. All right. So you need to set yourself up and you need to accept that it's going to take a bit of time. And where I'm really going with this video is if you're going to go on this journey to improve yourself and try a diet and whatever it might be, you need to not attach a number to it. All right. You just need to work on improving what you did previously. That doesn't sound fancy because I get it. You want to step on that scale and you want to see the numbers going, I get it, all right? Like, I totally understand that. But numbers are usually quite a bad indicator of progress anyway, which you probably already know. But something keeps bringing you back to it, all right? So you got to do things like your clothes, your progress photos, how you feel. As much as it sucks, paying attention to how other people are looking at you as well. Okay, that's something that I've never really been a huge fan of, but at times it can help because people, South Asian people, especially our elders, they're bloody blunt, right? They will tell you like it is. So don't come into this journey, don't start thinking, right, I want to lose this much. Just bloody start. Don't look at what your friends are doing, what your cousins are doing, what your siblings are doing. Just focus on yourself. There will be times where you will see barely any losses, and then a couple of weeks later, you will see big losses, okay? When I do check-ins with clients, I always say to them, do your check-in, submit your photos, whatever it might be, and then forget about it. Forget you even did it, and then I'll handle the rest, all right? When you're on that path of improving yourself and using ways to measure yourself, you just need to remember that when you're doing those check-ins and stuff, go into it with little expectation, right? Do your check-ins and do your progress checks every 2-3 weeks. I just say to yourself, I've not really lost much, I don't care. Okay, that attitude is going to be very, very powerful because it means that after a couple of weeks' time of you doing the actions of, eating a bit better and moving a bit more and perhaps exercising, you'll see a big drop and it'll surprise you. It's the old way of it's the old thing that a lot of coaches preach, which is, process first, results second, because you got to focus on the process, which ultimately yields the results. I don't care if you're a 20-year-old, in uni or college, or you're 30 years old and you're married, or you're a mum and you've got 4 kids and you live with your in-laws. I don't care, right? The process is still the same of doing those, eating well and moving a bit more, etc., etc. It's just that when you get older, it's going to take a bit of time, all right? Like, that's just, you can't get away from that. As you get older, after the age of 30, your weight loss progress is going to slow down. Doesn't mean it's going to be impossible. It just means that you're not going to lose body fat compared to someone in their 20s. I need to accept that as well. It sucks, but I just get on with it, okay? So go into this journey with very little expectation. Do not look at what other people are doing and just work on the process. Week by week, think about what you did previously, what you did last week, and how you can improve on that. The reason why most, diets fail where most people fail on this journey is that they go into it immediately thinking, how much weight can I lose? Like, that's it. And that's the worst way to do it, because it means that you will use any method, any means, and those methods and means might be miserable, which it is in most cases, or it's not sustainable, which ties in with the first part. Because if you can't stick to it, you're not going to win. All right. And yes, there is a correct way to lose weight. There's a correct way to, make it fun and make it engaging. You just need to work out what works for you. And that's what we do with our clients, for example. We want to make sure that if I've got a teenager who's working with us, if I've got someone who's on a placement, and if I've got a busy mum of 5 kids, the approach I take with them is different. We're doing the same thing in terms of, inducing, a calorie deficit and eating well and protein, fiber, and exercise. We'll do the same thing, but how we do it is a bit different for each individual. And that's the part most people get wrong, because you go on Instagram, you go on social media, and you're looking at what other people are doing and how these busy mama routines are going and how to prep your meals and you overwrite old recipes and stuff. And it's like, no wonder you're not making any progress. Your journey is unique to you. Basically, I could have just said that and saved you a good 7 or 8 minutes. All right. So today there was no real structure to it. I just wanted to hop on, no flashy visuals, none of that. Just really just telling you what to focus on and telling you what not to focus on. All right. So when you're on this journey, focus on yourself, focus on the process. Do things like progress photos, or if you don't want to do that, take some clothing measurements, put them on, see how you feel in them, because if they're getting looser, you're losing weight. All right, and focus very little on numbers, unless you're going in for fertility treatment or for surgery or something where you need to focus on your weight. I get that, that's different. But otherwise, if you just want to get in shape, lose, your stomach and all that stuff like most women struggle with, use your clothes, use progress photos, use a tape measure, go old school if you want, and use numbers last. All right, so any questions about any of that, pop in the comments below. And if you want to work with us and you want us to take out all the guesswork, only if you're a busy person, right? If you're not any of that, if you're someone who, you're young, you've got a lot going on, and you can manage things and you know what you're doing, awesome. But if you are stuck in a rut and you don't know what you're doing and you need help and you want to lose weight and you want to thrive and have more energy, click the link below. Okay, in the description. You don't have to sign out anything. Just look at the testimonials, look at the stories, look at the videos of what other ladies have achieved. And if you feel that vibes with you and you feel like, do you know what? I want to get on top of this, then fill out the form, reach out to me, and we'll see what we can do for you. All right, folks, I'll catch you in the next video.